Hey everyone, Murph here. Today, we're diving into the surprising ways former President Donald Trump supported black communities during his time in office. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trump? Really? But facts don't care about your feelings. And the reality is that his administration took concrete steps aimed at improving the lives of black Americans. From economic initiatives designed to spur job growth and wealth creation to criminal justice reform efforts aimed at addressing systemic disparities, we're about to break down 10 key areas where Trump's policies sought to make a difference. So buckle up, because we're about to challenge some preconceived notions and explore the often overlooked aspects of Trump's presidency. Let's start with criminal justice reform, a topic that dominated headlines during Trump's presidency. In 2018, he signed the First Step Act, a bipartisan bill hailed as significant criminal justice reform. It addressed sentencing disparities impacting black communities. The law reduced mandatory minimums for nonviolent drug offenses and expanded early release programs. It also promoted rehabilitation efforts. The First Step Act was a crucial first step towards a fairer justice system. Real change requires incremental progress, and this act laid the groundwork for future reforms. Education is the key to opportunity, and President Trump understood that. That's why his administration prioritized funding for historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, which play a vital role in educating black Americans. In 2019, Trump signed the Future Act, making funding for HBCUs permanent at a whopping $255 million per year. This was a historic commitment to these institutions, ensuring their continued ability to provide quality education and opportunity. But it wasn't just about writing a check. The Trump administration also streamlined the process for HBCUs to access federal funding, cutting through bureaucratic red tape that often hindered their operations. This commitment to HBCUs demonstrates a clear understanding of their unique importance in fostering black excellence and upward mobility. Now let's talk about opportunity zones, a key component of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. This initiative was designed to incentivize investment in economically distressed communities, many of which have significant black populations. The idea was simple. By providing tax breaks to investors who poured money into these zones, businesses would flourish, creating jobs and revitalizing struggling neighborhoods. While the effectiveness of opportunity zones is still being debated, there's no denying the intent behind them: to create opportunities and empower residents of underserved communities, including many black Americans trapped in a cycle of poverty. It's about time we move away from government handouts and towards creating an environment where everyone has the chance to succeed through hard work and entrepreneurship. Chapter 4: Pardons and Commutations. Righting past wrongs. The power of pardon is a powerful tool for righting past wrongs. President Trump granted clemency to numerous individuals, including Alice Marie Johnson, a grandmother imprisoned for a first-time drug offense. Kim Kardashian brought her case to his attention. These acts acknowledge flaws in our justice system. Trump's use of pardon power deserves recognition. Chapter 5: Workforce Development. Equipping black Americans for success. A job is about more than just earning a paycheck. It's about dignity, purpose, and the ability to provide for yourself and your family. The Trump administration recognized this and made workforce development a cornerstone of its economic policy. They invested in vocational training and apprenticeship programs aimed at equipping Americans with the skills needed for in-demand jobs, particularly in fields like manufacturing and technology. These initiatives were particularly beneficial for black communities, which have historically faced barriers to entering these high-paying industries. By focusing on skills development and job creation, the Trump administration sought to empower Black Americans to achieve lasting economic success. Chapter 6: The Pre-Pandemic Economic Boom. Lifting all boats. Before the COVID-19 pandemic upended the global economy, the United States experienced a period of unprecedented economic growth under President Trump. And guess what? Black Americans reaped the benefits. Black unemployment rates reached record lows. Wages for lower income workers rose, and Black-owned businesses flourished. This wasn't just a coincidence. It was a direct result of policies that unleashed the American economy. Tax cuts, deregulation, and a focus on American energy independence created an environment where businesses thrived and created jobs. While the pandemic undoubtedly had a devastating impact, it's important to remember the economic progress made by Black Americans during the Trump years. Chapter 7. During his 2020 re-election campaign, President Trump unveiled the Platinum Plan, an ambitious policy platform specifically designed to address the needs of Black communities. The plan pledged to invest $500 billion in Black communities over 10 years, focusing on key areas like entrepreneurship, criminal justice reform, and educational opportunities. While some dismissed the plan as a campaign ploy, it outlined a bold vision for empowering Black Americans and closing the racial wealth gap. Whether you agreed with its specifics or not, the Platinum Plan demonstrated a willingness to engage with the challenges facing Black communities and offer solutions. Chapter 8: Police Reform, a Step Towards Accountability. In the wake of George Floyd's tragic death and the nationwide protests that followed, police reform became a top priority for lawmakers across the country. President Trump, despite facing criticism from both sides of the aisle, took concrete action. In 2020, he signed an executive order encouraging police departments to adopt higher standards for use of force and implement de-escalation training. The order also called for the creation of a national database to track officers with histories of misconduct, a measure aimed at increasing transparency and accountability. While far from a complete solution, Trump's police reform executive order represented a step towards addressing systemic issues within law enforcement. Chapter 9: Lowering Prescription Drug Prices. Relief for all Americans. Access to affordable health care is crucial for all Americans, but especially for low-income families and minority communities who often bear a disproportionate burden of health care costs. President Trump recognized this and made lowering prescription drug prices a key priority of his administration. He signed a series of executive orders aimed at increasing competition in the pharmaceutical industry and bringing down the cost of life-saving medications. While the long-term impact of these actions remains to be seen, there's no doubt that Trump's efforts to lower drug prices had the potential to benefit Black Americans struggling to afford their medications. Chapter 10: Supporting Black Businesses, Unlocking Economic Potential. Black-owned businesses are the backbone of many communities, yet they often face unique challenges in accessing capital and competing in the marketplace. The Trump administration sought to address these disparities by promoting initiatives designed to support Black entrepreneurship. They expanded access to enterprise and empowerment zones, which offer tax breaks and other incentives to businesses operating in economically distressed areas. Additionally, the administration worked to increase access to capital for minority-owned businesses, recognizing that a lack of funding is often a major barrier to success. By fostering an environment where Black-owned businesses could thrive, The Trump administration aimed to unlock the economic potential of Black communities across the country. Outro, a nuanced legacy, Trump and Black communities. President Trump's policies aim to support Black communities. From criminal justice reform and economic opportunity to education and healthcare, his administration took steps to address issues impacting Black Americans. Whether you agree or disagree, it's crucial to engage with the facts and recognize his legacy. What do you think about these initiatives? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.